Welcome to OTL Animal News,
the show about everything animal news related from around the world.
My name is Jason Kenzie.
And I'm Isaac Knox.
On this episode, we're going to be talking about a lady on a date gets attacked by a bison.
And a whale found on the streets of Belgium.
A judge in Russia lets a cat off the leash.
Off the leash animal news.
Just a heads up, we have a blooper clip at the end of this episode. Our first story, we go to Utah, where a lady that was on a date was attacked by a bison. Not related to the Bichon. One's a 2,500-pound animal compared to a little teeny tiny 1-pound dog.
For those of you that don't know what a bison is a large animal that looks kind of like a cow, and it has really sharp horns, and it's brown, and it has a big hump on the back.
When the bison first attacked her, she turned around and she thought it was her date that was attacking her. What makes this story unbelievable, and you will not believe this, her date was also attacked by the same bison only 3 months earlier.
In the exact same spot.
All of a sudden I see the bison charging me. So I start running towards the lake away from it, and it flips me up.
Yes, he decided that on this date, he would take her to the same spot where he was attacked. This is crazy. I can't believe this happened.
Yeah, Jason, I'm not sure how that comes around. It's like, oh, I know this great spot where we can get attacked by a bison. Let's go. I'm not sure what was going through his mind when he was deciding. It's like, okay, we have a checklist here, places we could go. Somewhere where I got bit by piranhas. Oh, somewhere I got trampled by a horse. We'll go with the bison.
It's like, hey, you know what? I was run over by a bus a week ago. Let me take you to the same spot. And maybe you can be hit by the bus too. I mean, this would be a great date. Usually that's what happens to me on all my dates. It's just like a train wreck.
And then you can go to the hospital and you could relate to the person. You could be like, hey, I know your pain because that happened to me a week ago. It creates bonding.
This is when online dating goes south with a bison roam. Can you imagine going through the Tinder profile? Nope, nope, nope. Hey, this guy looks interesting. I like that huge hole in the side of his head. Looks like maybe a horn went through it.
She later went on to go on some different dates. She got attacked by a squirrel, a giraffe, and a hippo.
I think what happened was the bison recognized her date and was like pissed off and came charging up. I told you not to come back here! Damn it! Now I'm gonna attack your girlfriend! And it actually gored her in the thigh and lifted her way up into the air, where she did a couple backflips and kind of landed on her side. And in fact, across the street, she was seen by this judge for the Olympics and said, wow, that was one heck of a flip. I'm going to recruit her and have her join the Canadian team.
The bison had also been recruited for the 2020 human toss.
Her date did ask her for a second date. She said, yeah, for sure, as long as I can wear football protective gear. Can you imagine what was going through his head? When he's in the middle of this date, he's looking into her big brown eyes and was like, wow, you are the most beautiful. The bison hits her from the side. And he's like, damn it. And I liked her.
For our next story, we go to Russia, where a cat has been cleared from paying an electrical bill.
Yeah, this is an interesting story. The cat had thrown a giant party where they were doing a lot of catnip, jacked up the power bill. The owners took the cat to court.
Jason, in the actual story, how did the cat accumulate having an electrical bill? Like what? Did he flip on a switch and leave it on for a month, or?
Well, they used a lot of power to grow the catnip. They had some kind of a cover over top of the power. The cat would go up into the ceiling, and they said that the cat would knock off this device that would cause the hydro to be jacked up. That was their excuse in court. It says here that it was a week-long catnip party, and the cat had kept the secret from the owners of the house.
Which, in all reality, what probably most likely happened is that the cat was down in the basement cooking up catnip. You know, it's like cooking it up, and then he was going to sell it to other cats as he was extremely addicted. Just like humans have little meth labs in their basements, just cooking away, and then the hydro bill, of course, is going to be massive, and then the police are going to come knock down your door.
Well, that's probably what he sounded like.
I don't believe that catnip is smokable by humans or cats. So don't quote Jason on that one.
What they do with catnip is cats play with it. They're like, and as they're playing with it, it gets on, and that's how they get kind of high. It's the smell, right, from the catnip that gets them all doing funny stuff.
Actually, I've heard from many people that catnip is only addictive to certain cats. Some cats are just not really interested in catnip.
Yep, only 14% of cats are addicted to catnip. The other percentage are addicted to alcohol.
I'm surprised this actually went to court, Jay, because how would the cat actually end up paying? Let's say the judge said that, yes, it was the cat's fault on the hydro bill. How would the cat end up paying? Probably like in community service, the judge would have said, like, you owe us, 1,000 mice off the street.
Yeah, the cat becomes broke and has no choice but to live on the streets. He starts selling himself to, like, dogs and squirrels.
It is rumored that the judge let the cat off the hook on this one because the cat had subscribed to Off the Leash Animal News earlier that day.
Subscribe. Links down below. Thank you. So now the cat is very pissed off at the house owners and is now seeking revenge. And he has now paid off the birds to jack up the water bill by using the...
For our next story, we go to Belgium, where a whale has been found on the streets.
This is crazy! This whale jumped out of the canal and landed on the streets where people walk by. They were so scared. They couldn't believe that a giant whale, it was a sperm whale, and this whale was just lying there, flopping around.
It wasn't flopping around.
The thing wasn't flopping around.
It was delineated, and people were advised not to go in there, as two scientists were on top of the whale. The whole area was delineated, and there was two scientists on top of it taking samples of the sperm whale, trying to find out how the whale came to be sitting there in the gutter where you should get your mind out of.
Actually, it says here, and this is a small print that I didn't see because I didn't have my glasses on, the whale is fake.
The ironic thing about this story is that this whale was created to push a message about climate change. What they don't tell you is that this whale is actually made of synthetic materials, and it used approximately 14 barrels of oil to actually make the fucking thing.
The first ocean creature that they did create was a stingray, but that wasn't drawing too much attention.
That's right, everybody just thought it was a sewer lid and they just walked right over it. They didn't even notice it.
I suspect that it cost them thousands of dollars to put it there and only, $25 to remove it. Because, they just stuck some dynamite in it and just blew it up. Fake whale guts all over the place. Can't make this up. Thank you so much for joining us on another OTL Animal News. We love your support. Subscribe and hit that bell. Just hit that bell.
That's right, hit it. It will notify you every time we upload, which is Thursdays at 6.
Before we let you go, we just want you to know that we have links to all the stories down below. And remember, always support your local animal rescues.
Have a good night, everybody.
We'll see you next week.
I gotta say this right.
Okay.
The whole area was damn it.
I can't stop thinking about it. Okay. Sorry while we clean up our makeup. Makeup, where are you?
That's right, the whole area was delineated and...
Take 200.
The whole area was delineated and there was two scientists on top of the whale. The whole area was delineated and there was two scientists on top of it taking samples of the sperm